Hello guys, welcome to this WordPress tutorial. And today we're going to go ahead and learn how to install WordPress on your local PC without purchasing any hosting and domain. So basically what you can do is you can just install the WordPress on your local machine or your PC and use it as it is, practice with it, right? And try to build up websites. So this is very helpful in case you want to build up websites and practice, right? As well as you can use this to build it once over here, and once you're sure with the website you can just move it to the hosting as well, right? So depending upon what your need is, you can go ahead and do it on your PC for free. So let's just take a look at what are the steps or what is it that you have to go and do. So just to give you an idea before we actually go ahead and dive into the practical stuff, let's just take a look. First is you need to go to your Chrome browser or probably any browser, right, for that matter. Download the WAMP, download the WordPress, and after that you have to install the WAMP. So WAMP is the server. So what is WAMP? WAMP is a server that is, now without a server you cannot run your website, right? Even if it's a hosting, right? You have to purchase the hosting. There's a server that's managing the website. So for your machine also you would have to download the server, and WAMP is a software which acts like a server and makes your machine a server, right? So that your website can run on your PC itself. Now, once you've downloaded the WAMP and the WordPress, you have to install the WAMP, and then you have to extract the WordPress and you have to place it inside the WAMP. There's a www folder inside the WAMP, and you have to rename the website to whatever name that you want. Suppose you want my website. So you just type in the name of that folder as my website. Now, you for extracting the WordPress, you can use any you can use any software that you have been using. So it can be 7-zip, or it can be pzip, or if your default Windows extractor as well, depending upon what is it you want to use. Then you have to go ahead and configure the wp config file. So it's going to be a very important file that you have to go ahead and configure. And after this, you're going to go ahead to your database. Once you've started the server, you go to your database, go to your local phpMyAdmin, and there you create a database. And after that, you have to access your site via the name of the via the localhost slash the name of your website or the name of the folder that you've done, that you have created. And a setup wizard would run. You just use the default settings. It's just like a next type of setup where you just fill in the basic site details, like the site title or the login details. So with that, after that, you can go ahead and log into your WordPress, and these are the general steps. If in case you're not able to cope up with it, or you're not able to understand, don't worry about it. We're going to go ahead and look at it practically. So let's just go to the first step where we're going to download the softwares. So guys, I am inside my browser. All I need to do is I need to download WAMP. So I just search for download WAMP. Yeah, download WAMP. Right, and this is the first link that's going to come up. It's something, you can see the language is different, but you can go ahead and use this as for your downloads. If in case that doesn't work for you, then even the second URL would work. So over here you can see there's this WAMPs from source fortunate, right? So you can use this as well. So you can just go to the download. I have this specific link now, download WAMP for 64 bits, depending upon your operating system. Mostly it's 64 bits nowadays. So you can just download the WAMP. So it is start using the WAMP server. I'll just click over here, and it's asking me WAMP server for 64 bits or 32 bits, depending upon your operating system. You can choose that. I would go for 64, and I don't need to fill in these details, right? What I can do is I can nowadays you can also download it directly. So you can just click over here and you can download it directly, and then your download would start. Over here you can see there's just this, it will take a little bit of time, and once that's done you can just the download part would start. It will take some time because it is like a big file, depending upon your internet speed. So once this is done, then you can go ahead and we're going to talk about downloading the WordPress as well, right? So alongside, let's just let it be, and alongside for downloading the WordPress, you all you need to do is search for WordPress download, right? So all right. Now, the first link is this WordPress.org. It is being provided by WordPress.org itself, the main site that created the WordPress. So, inside over here, you can see this is the first page that's going to come. You have to scroll a little bit down. So, scroll down and you will see there's this download WordPress option. So, just click on it, and in time the download for this as will also stop, also start. And once this is done, you can actually go ahead and use the WordPress also. So the download has started. If you can see, the download has started over here. Now it has actually downloaded. So it's a small file, so it gets downloaded very fast. So once this is also done, then you can actually go ahead and we're going to talk about the next step. So guys, now once your WAMP and the WordPress have been downloaded, the next step is to first install the WAMP. Then we're going to extract the WordPress. Then we're going to place the WordPress folder inside the WAMP and also rename it and configure the WP config file. So don't worry about it if you feel this is too much. Once we do the practical, you will find it very, very easy. So let's just go and actually install the WAMP and set up the rest of the WordPress. So guys, I'm here inside my downloads where the WordPress and the WAMP has been downloaded. To install WAMP, I just need to double click on it, the setup file, and it will take me through a series of steps, like which most of them just have to click on next, and I might be asked to select a default browser uh, like for which the WAMP would run. It is like not a mandate. It doesn't mean if you select Chrome or if you select Edge or if you select Internet Explorer, it won't work on any other. It will work on all. It's just they do ask for a default. You know, they do ask for a default browser. So they will be asking for administrator privileges, so you might be asked to click on yes. Once you click on yes, it's same like how you install software on the Windows. Once you click on yes, then the software installation starts. We're starting from the language, then you have to just click on OK. You have to accept the agreement and you just have to click on OK. And all this you can click on next. You can decide the drive. We'll keep it to C drive. C drive is the one where the main operating system has been installed. So just keep it to the main default operating system drive. I'll just keep it default. And I do have options of installing particular PHPs and everything. So I can actually go ahead and install the latest PHP version. So I would like to install the latest PHP version that is present in WAMP. That would be better. So just work with the latest PHP version, and I can just click on next. I'll click on next again and install. Now, for installing, it does take a little bit of time. So once this is done, there might be an option in between that asks you for a default, browser. So once it comes, I'll just show you what the options are. So now it's asking me for my default browser. I can let it be the Internet Explorer, or I can go ahead and choose another browser. So if I click on yes, it's going to go ahead and install use the browser that I'm going to choose from here, right? So I can just go to my PC, and inside my PC I can go to my C drive. Inside my C drive I can go to the program files. Inside there I can go to Google, I can go to the Chrome and application and select Chrome, right? So it is not a mandate. You can just do that. And then I can select the notepad as my default text editor. So I just can click on no. If I want it to be the default editor, I'll just click on no. All right. So if you want to change settings, then click on yes. So after this, there's going to be a series of a little bit more of installing. And after this, my WAMP server would be installed. So now I can just click on next and finish. So my WAMP server has been installed. Now let's just extract the WordPress. So I use extracting software that's pzip. So I can just right click on it and either use the pzip, or I can simply extract all with by using the default editor. So it's going to ask me, I'm just going to extract it all, and it will take a little bit of time. And once that's done, again, then we're going to move to the next step. So once your WordPress is extracted, then what all that you need to do is copy this folder, and you need to go to your C drive, and inside the C drive you can see there's a WAMP64 folder, right? And you just have to double click on it, open this folder. I'm just changing the mode. Okay, now there's a www dot folder, right? So I just open this folder and I have to paste this file over here. It will again take a little bit of time as there are a lot of files. And once this is done, we'll proceed to the next step. Now the WordPress is copied inside the www W folder of the WAMP server inside the C drive. I just need to change the name to whatever website name I want to put. Suppose I want to put in my website. That's the name of my website. So I just change the name, and after changing the name, I just have to go ahead and open this up. So once I open this up, now you can see there's this WordPress over here, right? So what I can do is, instead of I can just cut this and make this as the main website, right? I can just make this as the main website. I'll paste this, I'll cut this and paste it over here, and let me just delete this my website. And now let me rename this my WordPress as my website. All right, so this is like I need to rename the folder that's within the WordPress. Once I do that, I'll just open the folder and all the files for the WordPress are listed over here. I need to search for the wp config sample. So this is wp config dash sample. I need to right click on it, and I need to open this file in the notepad. So I'll just open it up in the notepad, and I need to change a little bit of certain settings, right? So first, let's just come over here and scroll down, and you would see there's this database name here with the DB name, the DB user, and the DB password. So this, what this does is it's configuring the database details, right? So I just need to change in the database details. Let me just go ahead and first, this is the name that I want to change. Don't change the DB name, change this database name here. All right. So I can name my database anything, right? So if I name my database, my website itself, it is just, I named it my website. You can name it anything, ABC, XYZ, whatever you want to. Then it's the database username. So over here, I need to change this username here. I need to specifically put it to root, because we are accessing the WAMP server, and by default, the first installation, the default user is root, and the default password just below this is the password. So the default password is blank for WAMP server. So I'll just leave it to blank. Now remember, very, very important step. You need to go ahead to file and save it as. Don't save it, save it as, right? It's very, very important. And you have to go ahead and save it as. First, save as type, change it to all files. Then you need to change the name from wp config sample to wp-config.php, right? And then just click on save. Once this is done, now we have done the basic configuration. Now it's all about configuring the database. So let's just go ahead and see what is the next step. So guys, up till now we've downloaded WAMP, we've downloaded the WordPress, we've installed WAMP, we have extracted the WordPress. Now also after extracting the WordPress, we copied whatever the extracted file folder came up, and copied it and placed it inside our C drive WAMP64 www folder. And we've renamed the folder as my website. Now it's time to actually go ahead and create the database. But remember, whatever database that you create should be the one that you had listed in wp.config.php file, right? So let's just go ahead and see what is it to be done. So guys, now we have to configure the PHP myadmin and create a new database. To do that, first we need to start the WAMP server. So you have to go ahead and search for the WAMP server. So you can just type the WAMP, and this is the server. I'll just click on the server, and once I click on it, it will take a little bit of time. It will ask me for some administrative privileges, which I will have to click on yes. And once I do that, on the bottom right, you can see there will be a red symbol of W, right? This means the server has not started as of now, and it will turn to green on the bottom of your taskbar where you see the date and the time. It will be there will be a red W symbol. So you just need to wait until the server gets completely started. It will turn from red to yellow to green. Once the server is green, that means it's all set to go, and you can actually go ahead and access the server. So over here, guys, now the server, you can see it has turned to green. That means it has turned from red to yellow to green. It takes a little bit of time, and once it's done, now my my WAMP server has started. Now I just need to go ahead and access the website, right? So for that, I can go back to my browser, any browser, doesn't matter. I have to type in local host slash. Now let's just first type in localhost. Now, once I type in localhost, if I've installed the WAMP server, then this is the page that's going to show up. What I need to do now is create a database. To create a database, I have to put in slash php my admin, and I'll just open this up, php my admin. And once I open this up, I will get the option to be able to create the database. All right. So it might take some time. The WAMP server, that is one thing with the servers that you use on local PC. They are not as fast as the server that you go for the hosting. It completely, because they take up the resources of the system. So it depends upon the system as well. Now it's asking me for a username that is going to be the root, and the password we leave it to blank. The server choice is MySQL. I can just go back and click on go. I can just click on the go. And once this is done, it will log me inside. And now this is the panel that's there where I will go ahead and create the database. So remember, first just on the left hand side, click on new. So once I click on new, I will be asked to enter the name of the database. So this is my database name. Remember to keep it exactly what you named it in WP config file, right? So you name the database, what we named it my website. So it is very, very important. If you don't do that, then your database would not connect and you will face some problems, right? So remember to keep the database name as my website. Just click on create. And once you've created, now the database has been created and this step is also done. Now let's just look at the next step. So guys, up till now we are almost about to finish. We have created a database as well. Now we just have to access the site and do the default installation for the website. So let's just go ahead and do that, and then our WordPress would be installed. So guys, I'm back in the browser. Now I just need to type in localhost slash whatever the name of the folder that I put in, right? You remember we copied the folder and we renamed that folder, and I just need to type in the name of that folder. So it is my website. I'll just click on it. I'll just press enter, and in some time that's going to ask me for an installation. So now we are at the right place. The WordPress installation has started. So it's going to be a basic configuration wizard. I just click on continue, and I can put in my site title. I can put in demo website, and I can put in the username, uh, right? I can put in a random password, right? I can confirm the use of weak password in case if that's what I'm doing. I can put in an email address, right? But remember, since it's a local server, no emails will be sent. And even if in case you forget your password, it won't be sent to the email because you're using a local server. So with the local server, we will talk in the end about the limitations of the local server. But for as of now, just after this is done, you can click on install WordPress. Then I don't want to save the password, and it will take a little bit of time, and then my WordPress is set up. It's asking me to go ahead and log in. So I'll just click on login. I'll type in the admin, whatever username I had put. I'll type in the password and I'll just log in, right? And once that's done, I will be logged back inside my WordPress panel. So that is how you go about installing the WordPress, right? So I hope so this is all clear. Just one thing before we are done with this. It's just one thing that you need to know: the limitations. What happens is, when you use the local server, a lot of system resources taken up. So there might be a time, depending upon your system, that the server might not be able to take up that load. And if you're building, and mostly you'll be using this for practicing and testing out websites, right? Or testing out certain plugins or testing out stuff. So if in case you create multiple websites and a lot of websites on this server, there will be a time that you will face this problem that the server is working very, very slow. Also, you can expect this server to lag and be slow. So this is something that comes up with the local installation. So do take that into account. And as far as the other things are concerned, you can just go ahead, and if you're making one website, there might be a time you will be able to make your website, be it e-commerce website, be it portfolio website, be it just testing right? So you can do that, but remember, there might be a time where the server starts lagging. All right. So this being said, it's time to move on. Guys, I hope so everything was clear to you and you were easily able to install the WordPress on your local PC. And that's all for this video, guys. So thank you for watching this video.